Hey everyone, welcome. This is Catherine, and you have found Pattern Breaker Tarot, where we get together to learn what lessons there are to learn from encountering all those humans that we encounter every single day on our way to what it is we're looking for. And I can see in my tarot deck here, I have one card that's overturned. I saw one that was face up. I'm sure I did. Maybe not. Oh, there it is. Good. I thought so. Pull it out. Okay, so it is King of Pentacles. Nice. Nice, nice. I love that energy for us tonight. The King of Pentacles, accomplishment, guidance, leadership, collaboration, cooperation, security. So all kinds of energies running around with our King of Pentacles, and the fact that it was backwards in the deck. So I feel like there's tonight is definitely going to be soothing the hearts of any rebels that are here. Are you a rebel? Can you relate? Let me have you give me a thumbs up. A radical rebel, somebody who does not like to be told what to do, would rather do things their own way. If that is you, welcome, a sister or brother. Okay, so let me just allow me for one more moment, get myself situated. And once again, as always, you have the opportunity to to get yourself a free reading tonight. Oh my goodness, look at my shadow. It's so clear tonight. Okay, let me just type in the link if you need to register on my website in order to receive your free reading. There you go. And the free readings tonight are going to be from the Colette Baron Reed's Spirit of the Animal Pocket Oracle. I think that one of the things that has really helped me in times of my life where I've been searching for wisdom, wondering what guidance I could have, where am I going to find the next answer? The animal kingdom has been very profound for me over time, whether it's animals that have been my pets and continue. I've always been a pet owner. I can't remember a time when I didn't have a pet, and the animals speaking to me a purity of love. As Murphy's wandering around here at my feet, there is they are so happy, pets, when you get home. They're so happy to see you, aren't they? And the animals that are outside just singing for the joy of singing, the worlds of bees and the squirrels and the rabbits and all of the wonderful animals that surround us every single day. So we're going to draw cards from the animal deck. That is what you will be able to receive for free. I'm pulling deck X cards today from this deck. Hang on. The Wisdom of the Oracle. So if you're looking for your key, what is missing? What do you need to know right now? I will pull a card for you from this deck. You can order that up at manifestfaster.com. It is only $4.99. And then I'm using the Radiant Tarot, one of my favorites, for our tarot readings this evening. I can pull 3 cards for you with any question that you would like to have guidance on. Especially, like I say, tonight is about looking for keys and searching for signs and wondering what's coming next. The King of Pentacles made his appearance here as a guidance for our reading. And so, if you're looking for a sense of stability, a sense of security, this could be around your career. What key will bring you the most guidance? Okay, so now I've explained what is going on. Let me add. Hi, Yana. Welcome. Glad to see you as always. I love to have your energy here on the calls. All right, perfect. Get myself situated on this screen. And we are ready to rock and roll, my friend. So if you would like to have me pull a card for you, you simply go to this, my URL, my website. Thank you so much for being patient. Appreciate you. Okay, great. All right, so let's pull a card first from our wisdom oracle. Excuse me, wisdom of the oracle. What is it that's our guidance for the evening, for the collective, for everyone that is with me here tonight? And you have been, you may be looking for career guidance, relationship guidance. What's going to be happening for you in 2026? What does Spirit have for the collective tonight when it comes to the key? Have you ever lost your keys? I do, more frequently than I like to admit. And I know they're in my apartment somewhere, but I cannot find them. You can get very flustered and lose your peace of mind if you lose your keys. And so, if you've ever been there, I'm smiling to myself because it certainly is true for me. But what is the oracle for my friends tonight from the collective? Searching for that key. What is it? What's the sign that you need? Hi, Breda. Welcome. And we have no place like home. No place like home. All right. What I'm aware of when I look at this little house, I see the light coming out from that front door, and it's so inviting. And yet, the house is floating. It's not grounded at the moment. And so, for our collective tonight, I feel like it reminds me of the story, The Wizard of Oz, when at the very end of the movie, we find out that the key, what Dorothy has been searching for all along, is within her own heart. And I feel in a way that that is kind of the knowledge that's pulling at us tonight, that if you're looking for a key, it's close to you. It may be in your family of origin. There may be a clue there. Is there anybody who's recently passed on in your life that's in your family of origin? It could be that with this person that recently passed to the other side, that you have felt very disjointed, that you're not feeling comfortable, that in a way you feel like you're lost. And I feel the person who's shining a light here is definitely living in a different realm, aren't they? That you have lost contact with someone who is no longer available to you, and you have been trying to find peace of mind. There's something that shifted when this person left, and you've been having a really hard time feeling at home. So, the spirits and guides are here tonight to affirm to you that your home is where your heart is. So, right now, if you're resonating with this reading, could you lay your hand on your heart? Lay your hand on your heart, on your chest, spread your fingers, take a couple of breaths. When you breathe, you are proving to yourself how very loved you are. The gift of breath is something that is given by a loving creator, that we're not gasping for air at every moment, that when we choose to breathe, for the most part, most of us are able to. And so that reality that your heart is your home, it's so important for you as you approach 2026 feeling a little bit disjointed, that you're not at home. And we do have a choice to change that narrative and to choose that our heart is where our home is. So even saying that out loud right now, even though I don't understand, I choose to believe that my heart is where my home is. I encourage you to stick around for the readings tonight, because typically when the cards start to tell a story like this, it continues. Card after card tends to add to the story. reminding you that this King of Pentacles was the card that was turned upside down in my tarot deck tonight. And so I know that that stability, that confidence is the opposite of feeling like you don't have a home to land in. So if you're here tonight, welcome. I feel like these cards are going to be great comfort to you. So now what I would like to do is just draw one of our animal oracles for the for the collective. Also, just demonstrate what's going to be going on tonight for the readings, because you can receive a reading from the Spirit Oracle for free tonight. All you need to do is register. Yana has already registered. Thank you, Yana. Register at manifestfaster.com and I will draw an animal oracle for you. But this is just to demonstrate. So if you're streaming by, thank you for coasting in. Let's draw an animal oracle card for the collective. And we have Turtle Spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. Absolutely. There is no need to hurry. Take a breath, take this moment, and receive deeply from Spirit, who loves you so much. Okay, let's put these aside. And Yana, whoopsie, welcome. Yes, so how will 2026 be? What will be the spiritual theme? I love that for you, Yana. Just taking a look at what is the spiritual theme for you this coming in 2026. Just moving my table a little, moving my table just a little bit. Okay, so let me grab the animal cards. This is the deck that we're using. And if you would like for me to choose a card for you, all you do is register right there. I'm putting it in for you. My website is manifestfaster.com, and that will bring you the menu of tonight's readings so that you can choose your reading. So, Yana, let's see, what is it that Spirit has for you with your love life in 2026? Many times, when an animal shows up in the cards, you spot them during the next week, or you might see there might be a video that pops up on your feed that features your animal, and you might want to claim this, Yana, to be your lucky animal for 2026. So let's see. Ooh, this one is itching to come out. So let's see. Fox Spirit. Ooh, beautiful. Look at that. Isn't she just beautiful? Hi, Maria. Welcome. Think on your feet. Okay, so hang on, Yana. I am feeling drawn to look at the little book for you. When I very first started reading cards a couple of almost 3 decades ago now, I would depend. I mean, my first few readings, I would draw the card and just go immediately to the book. And I love to use the readings that from the book, because the author and the artists that put this together, it's their mission to teach us. So, and later on, I became an intuitive reader where I just read from the beautiful art on the card. And I do what I'm drawn to first, Yana, right here, is just these eyes. Aren't those beautiful? And this kindness. Think on your feet. Let's look here. And we're number 27. 27. Think on your feet. Your oracle message. Be alert now, for Fox Spirit has appeared and you are meant to move swiftly. Let this clever spirit draw out your creativity as you adjust to rapidly changing circumstances with resilience, grace, and astuteness. So it looks, Yana, it looks like your love life is going to jump into action right away at the start of the year. Fox spirit helps you to think on your feet, using your best judgment and wits to help you slip into a more advantageous situation. So, Yana, if you have had heartbreak in your past, if you have an ex who still bothers you, you miss them, or you wonder about a missed opportunity, this time between now and the end of the year would be a great one to just do an audit and make sure that you are clear with your past love life. Is there anyone who needs forgiving? Is there any processing that you need to do? Okay, I'll say a little bit more about that, just a little bit. Now is not a time to hesitate, but a time for swift action of the mind, a time to think outside the box and notice the many ways in which you might make a move. Aware of your surroundings and always clear on what you deserve and what you wish to co create. Trust that your cleverness, guided by Fox spirit, will serve you well. And then what it's warning against is, are you camouflaging yourself to avoid getting closer, people, Yana? Are you holding yourself separate to protect yourself? Are you too clever for your own good? So I would say, Yana, that the call of Fox Spirit here is for courage, and it's for you to take a look at where you may have sabotaged yourself in love before. All right. There is a reading in the menu on the recorded readings, and it's about, are you ready for love? What are the signs you need to know for sure that you're ready for love? So do take a look at that tonight, would you? It would be a smart idea to grab yourself a private reading right now, so that if there are any ghosts in your past, we can take care of them with some energetic tools. Okay, Yana? But this Fox spirit is exciting because it means that the energy is moving. A time is passing where you might have been disappointed in the past, and you're being encouraged to make a plan for 2026 to be really full of adventure. Wow, what a wonderful message for you, Yana. Very exciting. So, thank you so much. Anybody else, if you're here tonight, if it's your first time here, welcome. I'm Catherine. It's nice to meet you. And we have 3 different readings available tonight. One of them is free, it's from the Animal Pocket Oracle. We also have the Wisdom of the Oracle for you. I can draw you one of these cards for $4.99. And then I also am doing tarot readings tonight with the Radiant Tarot. And all you need to do is register for these readings at manifestfaster.com. The tarot readings are $11.11. So let me go over here and give you the registration link one more time. Excellent. And then Yana, thank you so much, my friend. And now, next, I would like to take a minute and say hello to everybody. Maria, welcome. Teresa, or Therese, welcome. Leo, ooh, those Leos, are you? I love my Leos. I love them. What are you looking for right now? What's your missing key, Leo? Uh, and then we have Karkana, welcome. And of course, Yana and Anishta, welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Where are you writing from? Where do you live? It's amazing to me how we can befriend one another from all over the world. I live in Tennessee in the US, and we celebrated Christmas yesterday, and we barely needed a coat. It was very warm, out of season warm for us here. So, how was your holiday? Who is here tonight? Okay, I'm going to open up the tarot. So, what is it? The way I'd love to do readings for the collective, as well as teach you guys a little bit about how do you receive a reading from the collective? Well, hold in your mind right now an area of your life where you've been really looking for a key. You've been looking for some advice or waiting for a sign. where you want to make a change, but you're just not sure. You're in between two different situations. You just can't tell which way to go. And so many times the key we're looking for is right in front of our nose, right in front of our face. So let me pull us 3 cards now and take a look. Hold your situation in your mind, my friends. And we have the 5 of Wands. It seems like you've been involved in a little bit of a competition. Hi, Anish. Live in Ireland, but you are from Italy. Interesting. One time when I was in Italy, our tour guide was a Scottish woman who married an Italian man, and I wondered if her Italian had a Scottish accent. So I wonder if you speak Irish, if you have an Italian accent, I suppose, huh? Okay, 5 of Wands. And it looks like there's a little bit of competition going on. And then we have the High Priestess. Okay. And our last card, the Empress. Wow. Okay. So here's what I'm seeing. I'm feeling like the competition that you've been seeing there. Oh, okay. So there is something going on for you where you're feeling like, I think I'm sensing that you think there's no place for you. I'm sensing that you are a person like me, that you work in an intuitive situation. It might be a hobby, a Reiki practitioner, tarot reader. You could be a writer, an artist, a musician, but there's something about you, what you want to do, what you want to achieve, where you're feeling like, well, there's so many people already doing it. There's no room for me. But I want to tell you that couldn't be farther from the truth. What you know how to do is you know how to let your intuition flow through you. Okay. You know how to get out of the way of your own ego and let your gifts flow. If you're a musician, and you get lost in the music, you don't even understand how it is that it's flowing through you, that the more uh, submitted and surrendered you are to the gift, the more that it flows. Why do I say that? Because the Empress is here. The Empress and the High Priestess, to have them together, my friend, there is great power here. You're manifesting in the heavenlies, outside of our consciousness. You're flowing in that gift of your spirit, but you're also manifesting in real time. There have been things showing up for you that are unexplainable. You've had people being kind to you in strange ways. You have maybe found something of value. You may have found some money, or you may have found a gem, something of value. So the universe is giving you keys. Okay, I wish I knew who you were right now. If this is really resonant, do email me, patternbreakertarot@gmail.com, because this is fascinating. You're coming through a time where you've been brokenhearted because you haven't been recognized. People have not honored you for your gifts, but this is different. And coming into 2026, the universe is giving you so many signs to follow, like breadcrumbs, like in Hansel and Gretel. They just kept finding these breadcrumbs that would show them this is the way, walk in it. All right. So if you're looking for a key, what I would recommend is to do a deep dive into your spiritual and mental diet. And by that, I mean, what are you listening to? What are you filling your mind with? And make sure that you're filling your mind with things that bring life to you. Listen to music, the Schulman frequencies. There are some wonderful healing, thousands probably, of healing YouTube channels using frequencies, singing bowls, that sort of thing. If you can get yourself to a place where you could take a sound bath, that would be fantastic. If you could spend time outside, because right now it's like on the edge of popping into focus. All right. Whatever is your gift, you can expect in 2026 that it's going to blossom into something brand new. Okay. Hi, Ambina or Ambi Nathan. Ambi Nathan, welcome. Anish, you just moved there to Ireland. Wow. How are you finding it? And yes, if you would like to have a card, I would love to pull one for you. It's very easy to get your card. Uh, Ambi Nathan, welcome, my friend. Sure, I'd be happy to pull cards for you. Go ahead and click my website and go over and register. And after you register, you'll be sent to the link where you can fill in your question, and then I can answer for you. Okay. I'm always fussing because I'm such a perfectionist here, and I don't want things to not look just right. In case I have any other perfectionists here, my sister and brotherhood of perfectionism. Okay, so yeah, exciting times. So again, receiving a reading from the collective, it's okay. People say, "Well, how could that be for me? She's reading for just anyone." Well, yes, I am a practitioner of the law of attraction. I do believe that like hearts gather at the same places. I do believe that many of us have very similar situations that we face. We have very similar belief systems that help us to find company on our way. I do believe that thoughts become things because as we repeat our thoughts to ourselves many, many different times, they become our beliefs. And they either help us build our future or they make us, they stump us like riddles and puzzles where we cannot make our way to the future. And we're always searching for keys. So that's why you will hear from me a lot to guard your thoughts. What you think about, you bring about. What you talk about, you walk about. What are you thinking? What are you saying? Let's see what hidden key is here for you tonight. So, Cheryl, welcome, my friend. Hi. I'm so glad that you're here. You can easily register for a reading. There are 3 readings available tonight. One is free of charge, and the others have a very small little nominal fee for your dear reader. And I do appreciate all of the thumbs up, and I appreciate sharing my readings and also subscribing so that you never miss a live reading. And now, you know what? I have to interrupt myself because as I look here at the bottom of my tarot deck, what do I see but that 3 of Swords? And the 3 of Swords. Oh, I'd absolutely love to pull a card for you. It just all you do is register right there, and I will pull a card for you just like that. But right here tonight, what we're having, I'm seeing that somebody is involved in a cheating situation. This is a third party energy. This card was at the bottom of the deck, and I can see storm clouds in the background. Is this you? Did you just find out that somebody is cheating? And are you thinking about giving them another chance? I'm just feeling that energy that there's somebody has been inappropriate with you. Has somebody been flirting with your brother or sister? Something weird is going on here. So let's just draw one oracle card for you. If you're listening in and having a little third party energy, and Cheryl, yes, the page is right there, manifestfaster.com. That's the way we get our readings. That's the way we play the game. And now for the viewer, somebody here, or have you cheated? Oh, have you cheated and you're debating whether you should tell your person or not? I'm wondering what's going on here. Somebody is in heartbreak. Okay, let's pull this one right here. Yang. energy. Let me take a look close here. Wow. Okay, so when I see this card right away, I'm aware of the hands being open. Remember? And we were talking about surrender before, and the yang. So yin and yang. So yang is that strong, divine, masculine energy. And so I'm sensing, okay, I'm just going to pull the Three of Swords over here because I really feel there's somebody here that has been involved in a third party. Yeah, and there's, okay, so I'm just picking up these stars. Okay, so the stars are the signs of healing. Okay, so, and it's number one, the number one card, which would be the Magician card. Okay. All right. So, what I'm sensing here is that, yes, you have suspected that somebody has been cheating, that somebody watching, you have definitely felt there's third party energy. I think you've asked your person and they're saying, no, 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 there's nothing wrong here. Turn and look a different way. There's nothing wrong here. You're imagining things. You know what it means when you're being gaslit, when somebody's gaslighting you, they're saying, oh, no, no, no. I'm sure that that lipstick you found on my collar, no, that's just it's just red paint. And I'm sure that receipt you found from that perfume shop, I'm sure that's nothing. That's just somebody put that in my car. You know what I'm saying? But I'm feeling here that you need to trust your gut, that your key right now is that trust your gut. Due diligence, investigate. If don't let yourself be gaslit. Okay, if somebody is trying to tell you that no, 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 there's no cheating, there's no funny stuff going on here, do not believe it. Prove it to yourself. And people say, no, but I love them, and I'm sure that they would. Remember, if something's off, your guidance will let you know. You will cringe. You'll get some kind. Your tummy might get upset. You may get actually your jaw could ache. But for sure, if something's not right, you need to do some due diligence research. At the very least, Google your person. You might be shocked at what you find. Find somebody you trust and ask them, what do you think could be off with this person? I can take it. Do you think there's a problem with my person? You might be shocked at what they say and say, you know what? I do. I've never felt comfortable. Ever since you started seeing this person, I haven't felt right. But there's just a huge cautionary thing for you. Okay. Got it? Okay. And this resonates for you, Anish? Yes, it could be. It could be. And you've just moved, right? You've moved to a different place. So this it could very well have to do with your situation and just to go slow and check it out. Don't be naive. A lot of times just doing a simple Google search on your person or the person that wants to hire you, you don't have to trust any of them. Okay, so let's move forward here. If you would like to have a reading, it's super easy to register. All you do, Anish, if you would like to for me to pull a card for you, I would love to do it. Just go ahead and the hit that registration site, and I will be happy. Oh, Cheryl, I'm sorry you're having a problem. What happens is that what happens, Cheryl, is that sometimes the website's just so busy that they can't everybody can't get in at one time. So you just need to be patient, okay? But yeah, the readings, they do all my work for me. I'm so grateful to have the service at Hipsy. It's the plan. It's my platform. All of my readings are available, both the paid readings and all of my free readings. There's a menu. There are many different choices. It's my pleasure to pull cards for you guys. Okay. So thank you so much for going over and checking out manifestfaster.com. While you're there are several recorded readings that you can read through and see if there's any of them that might be helpful for you. So let's move to our tarot. In between the paid readings, I do like to give demonstrations. And so, Cheryl, if the website's giving you a problem, my friend, I apologize. But all you need to do is think of your, yeah. So, Cheryl, hold your problem in your mind. Okay. Hold your situation in your mind, and then you can receive these cards as if they are yours. Okay. Hi, Ginny. Oh, I would love to pull cards for you, my friend, Libra friend. Here is how you register for your reading. You can order paid readings tonight, or you can simply receive your free reading. So, Cheryl, I'm sorry you're having a hard time reaching the website tonight. I apologize. I'm so grateful you're here, though. Thank you, darling. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so hold your situation in your mind, my dear friend. Whoa, and there's two cards here. And this is the Radiant Tarot I'm using. And let's see. And again, it's what I say about the readings for all of you guys, everybody who's watching right now, the collective that's here right now. As you begin to listen to the message, if it's not yours, then you can just eliminate it and wait for the next one, because certainly they're not for everyone. But there may be a situation for you where you're going to know this is absolutely the energy that you're facing right now. So we have this devil card. And the devil card means to me always, it's my symbol for when somebody has a difficult time. um, One of the people in your life has a difficult time telling the truth. This is what I'm picking up on right now, that you have a person that you really love. There's the link right there. All you have to do is click that, Anish, okay? You don't have to search for it. It's right there. But you have somebody, look at how this person is looking down. Another lie. They lied to you again. And you were trying to call them out because that was wrong. But you know what? They're caught in that web of deceit. They wouldn't know the truth if it bit them on the butt. Okay. And so you're in a place where you love this person. Like, what am I supposed to do about this? We have the Five of Swords. And this is the Five of Swords. So if we look at the battle, see, we have two people in the background. And this reminds me of what I'm feeling from you, my viewer, is because you have been fighting this battle. You've been standing up for what's right. And gaslighting is so difficult, isn't it? Where you're trying to call somebody out, and yet they're like, no, I'm sure that's not really what's happening. And you know what you know. But at this point, there is some victory there. There, you have come to a place where you have had to use tough love, and you are using tough love. I look at the fire down here, and I look at the fire behind. It's like you're walking away from this devilish situation. Do they deserve another chance? Is this something that you want to be caught up in anymore? Or can you say enough is enough and I want to walk on? Now, here we see that he has all of the weapons. So let's take a look at our third card here and see. Oh, beautiful. All right. So we have the Ace of Cups. So the key, what the key for you is, the key is, are you ready? An X is an X for a reason. An X is an X for a reason. This energy getting pulled back in to somebody's deceit is just absolutely. See, Cheryl, you didn't even need to have your own cards tonight, right? And universe loves you so much that even though the website's not cooperating very well and some people are not able to register for their free reading, you are getting pulled in to these cards. They fell out on the table because Ace of Cups. Look at this eye, the eye of spirit on you, looking for your key. What is the key? And so, for this kind of thing here, where you're in a situation where it's a cycle, it's just been going on and on and on, and you are hoping. any of my collective who's reading this, you are hoping for a love, a sustainable partnership that will bless and support you. Yana, bye, my friend. We'll see you next time. Notice how these three streams of light are coming down to the cup. It's like spirit, mind, and intellect, spirit, intellect, and body. Three powerful forces coming together to eliminate what has troubled you in the past. Now, if you have been with someone and you have had that dance of deception where they're lying to you, you're forgiving them, and it's going back and forth and back and forth, it's very likely that you will need a lot of support getting through this. So, Cheryl, finding a counselor, a social worker, or a shaman of some type, or a teacher who could just help you sort out your next logical steps. Because if it's a long term relationship and there's been, like I say, the dance of deception where you're going back and forth and back and forth, because I was married 29 years to the father of my children. The last 10 years were particularly difficult. And people say to me now, if you knew then what you need, what you know now, because it was so long ago now, would you have been able to stay in that marriage? And I said, no, I would have left 10 years earlier. But I had a lot of confusion about false loyalty. And I also was a religious person in those days where divorce was not approved of. And so I just really had to get to the end of my rope before I was able to detach myself and move forward, even though my family didn't even appreciate that very much. And even my own mom, who heard all of the drama from me, she called my ex husband and commiserated and said, I don't know what's wrong with Catherine. I mean, I had no support. I had to wiggle out. So I had a counselor. And she helped me so much. And I appreciate counseling. I've had counseling 3 or 4 times through my life, and it's helped me to have a different viewpoint. So if this is true for you, that you want the freedom, you want the promise, but you just don't know the steps to take, there's a couple of great resources. One of them is called Jimmy on Relationships. Let me write that in here. Jimmy on Relationships. He's awesome. And another, Esther Perel. Whoopsie. Okay. So, Cheryl, take a look at these. They're both YouTube channels, and they are really good about just talking about when you're caught up in all that gaslighting and everything, and how to really take care of yourself when you're walking your way out of that. And of course, I would love to offer support. I do have a few readings on love and breakups and all that. And I do use energy therapy with my clients. I use tapping, journaling, and various other techniques. So I'm here to help you if you need, Cheryl. Um, aw, biggest hug, Cheryl. Biggest hug. I'm 73 right now, and my life is full of drama. But the thing is that once you walk through and you close doors behind you, you can really see so much more clearly. And the universe is here supporting you. Biggest hug. Okay, so please do reach out. All right. And his fourth, biggest hug, girl. Yeah. Hey, Lauren, welcome. Yeah, absolutely. No, sometimes you can get yourself stuck. I mean, you're kind of between a rock and a hard place, and you just don't know where to turn. And I don't think you have to go to counseling forever, but I do think sometimes it's very necessary. I'm a grief counselor. I work with hospice, and I've run grief groups for people, for animals, because I worked at the pet cemetery. And there's just where you see the crushing sadness and going through the grief process, that once you come out of it, it's like a butterfly out of a cocoon. You know, you really do have new life there. Speaking of which, I do offer a free grief reading. It's available on my channel at manifestfaster.com, because that's something that I can do, and I'm happy to do it to facilitate people who just feel so lost after loss, right? Lost after somebody has departed. And I'm happy to supply that for you guys. Okay. Hi, Kesa. Welcome. And Lauren, welcome, welcome. Yes, absolutely. I would love to read cards for you. There are 3 readings available tonight, and you can find the news, all of the information about the readings by going to my website right there. And then you can simply, it'll return you. You can come back to YouTube and ask, and I will see your question. Okay. Okay, welcome. Let me grab a drink. Ah, okay. Where are you from? Where, Lauren and Cheryl, where are you guys from? Okay. Going forward, we're going to draw an oracle card, the wisdom of the oracle. So if you're here visiting, you are so welcome. I'm Catherine. It is Pattern Breaker Tarot. And tonight, especially reading, Minnesota. I lived in Wisconsin for a long time. Do you guys have snow on the ground up there? It was 70 some degrees down here in Tennessee for Christmas yesterday. It was that very weird for this time of year. So I'm going to pull for the collective. So what is it? You're looking for a key. You're watching for a sign. What is the key that will open up your 2026? Let's see here for the collective. And we have truth be told. Truth be told. We have this little owl. Oh, great. I am so glad, Cheryl. I apologize that the systems were hard to use tonight. And, I just um, hope for that the internet will be strong and people can sign up. Yeah, well, I'm glad it got a little bit warmer for you, Lauren. Oh, okay. All right. It can get wicked cold down near part of the country, huh? Texas, close to Oklahoma. Yeah. Yeah, it can get wicked cold down there. So stay warm. Stay warm, my friend. Okay, truth be told. Don't we? That's kind of a fun little saying. Truth be told, da 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 da. So, truth be told to me means that it's hard to tell the truth because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings. Like if somebody makes some cookies, let's say, and you taste the cookies and they're not tasting so good, right? You taste them and they taste like there's not enough sugar. Obviously they made a mistake with the recipe, so you taste it, and they say, "Well, do you like the cookies?" And you might say, "Well, they're okay." And then you might say, "Truth be told, they don't taste like they're sweet enough, right?" But it's like, do people really want to know the truth? Do people really want to know the truth? And sometimes you might have to ask them. Like, for example, we women sometimes and again, I just speak because I am a woman, and I know this is so true. And with my partners in the past, it's been very annoying when I would ask questions like this. But if you say to your friend, "Do I look fat in this?" Okay, so you put on a new dress or a new outfit, and you say to the person, "Do I look fat in this?" What a terrible question to ask somebody, right? I mean, no matter what they answer, it's not going to be the right answer. So that's the thing, like, truth be told. So let's say your partner, you say to your partner, do I look fat in this? And they say, a really smart answer is, "What do you think? Do you feel slender in that, or do you feel heavy in that?" And they say, "Well, I feel a little heavy." Well, there you've got your answer. That's one clever way to deal with it. But you could say, "Well, it doesn't fit you quite right, but truth be told, you look really cute in it." Right? So, truth be told is this kind of clever way to just cushion a person for the truth. So, when it comes to the key, what we're needing to understand here is that you must practice cautious truthfulness, kind truthfulness. If somebody asks you something, tell them what they need to know. As you practice telling the truth gently and lovingly, you will be abundantly rewarded for that. If you're not sure what to say, just say that. "I'm not sure what to say. Let me think about it." But right now, you can't blame other people if you're not truthful with them. They can't read your mind. So take a chance and be truthful, even if you think, well, they might not like it. That's even more important. And another thing that you can always say, it's a good trick, is to say, do you want me to tell you the truth? And then they'll say, yes, of course. Well, then walk in, walk in. The closer the friend, the more important it is that you are truthful. Okay, so welcome if you're here tonight for the first time. I'm Catherine. It's Pattern Breaker Tarot, and I'm pulling free cards tonight from the Animal Oracle deck. And I'll pull one out right now for you guys who are just watching me. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I'm going to pull an oracle card for the collective so you can get an idea of what the animal cards are like. And if you'd like me to pull you one, I'd be happy to do it. Spirit, what do you have for my dear friends? Home on a Friday night, spending it with me. I am glad, even though you might wish you were somebody else on a Friday night, I'm glad you're here with me. Okay, so 3 cards fell out, so I'm going to pick the center card. Let's see what we have for you. Groundhog Spirit. Time to let go. Ah, let me look. That is so dear. It's such a dear little card. Look at that card. I just see that groundhog and that heart, the way he's holding, he or she, the way they are holding this heart, it's so precious. And it looks like it's food. You know, I mean, when I first looked at it, it's like, it looks like how an animal would bring something close to its face like that to feed on it. Okay. And yet it's not food. So somebody here who's watching me right now, you have been holding on to something for a long time, and it's time for you to let go. It used to be sweet, but now it is not. This could be somebody who's involved in a threesome, that you're involved in some kind of, you may be, I'm going to use that word, side piece, where the person you're with is actually married, and that you're feeling like you are the side piece, and he has been promising you, or she has been promising you for a long time, that you are the one, that they are going to divorce their person, they're going to leave their person. Do not believe them. Do not. The love that you think is there is not. Okay. This is a very particular reading. But if you've been strung along, if this person has breadcrumbed you and gaslit you for a long time that your turn is coming, just be patient. It's just, as soon as I finish this, I'm going to divorce that person. It's time for you to let go. Okay. Groundhog Day is February 2nd. So do yourself a favor, my friend. If your person is not committing to you by February 2nd, right? It's like a month and a half. February 2nd? So yeah, about 5 weeks from now. Groundhog Spirit, remember this reading, okay? Because the truth is that if they don't honor and step up and honor their promise, your life is the one that gets wasted. So do not trust. Step away. It's time to let go. Heavy duty reading from our animal oracle. Hi, Dula. Welcome. Are you going to Cyprus? I don't know. I wonder if you are going to Cyprus. If you would like a reading, all you have to do is register right there, manifestfaster.com. I'm more than happy to read a card for you, my friends. Okay, and it's 1111 is repeated at the top of my screen right now. 1111, a very powerful number combination. So if you're watching me right here, right now, you may want to Google the spiritual meaning of 1111. I think you will find there is a really wonderful message there for you. Okay, so let's draw right now for my 1111 collective. What is the key? What is that key that you've been wondering? It's a key that will open things up for you, help you understand things you haven't understood before. What does my viewer need to know, need to consider in order to receive a personal 3-card reading tonight? It's $11.11, and you can find the registration right there at manifestfaster.com. And this reading here for the collective, what key is missing right now? Ah, the Tower. Okay. And Queen of Cups. And the Moon. Okay. So a lot of times, well, I would say most of the time, if spirit is trying to guide you in a certain direction, you know, a lot of, perhaps to look for new work, for maybe you're working somewhere and you don't like it. You don't like the work, you don't like the people, but you have to have a job. And so you're working there, right? Another circumstance could be that you are you're training for something. Perhaps you're a student, you're going to school somewhere, and it's just not what you're looking for. You just don't see a forward path. The way they teach doesn't work. You feel like you're spinning your wheels, or you're not accomplishing what you're wanting. Another scenario could be that you're working on a team with somebody. You could be in a band, or you could be on a corporate team of some sort where it's just sluggish and it's not working. In those circumstances, a tower experience can be a true blessing. Sometimes, if there's a shocking event, something completely unexpected, it throws all the players into a kerfuffle. It sends all of the people involved into survival mode. How do we thrive through this? And I say that because of the Queen of Cups being here. So, the Queen of Cups, often I feel like I resonate with the Queen of Cups energy. Many, many people tell me, and I've heard this for years, that my voice, there's something about the tone of my voice that brings comfort to people, and that they enjoy just hearing the tone of my voice. I don't know, you might have to ask my kids about that. They say, ah. But the point is, though, when I look at this Queen of Cups in this deck, it's like that power that's coming out of her face, right? That white energy that's coming out of her face, between her breath, her eyes, and her speech. And so, even tonight, the reason that you're here, the whole reason that you went online tonight might be for this moment, that you can realize that not every drama, trauma, or tragedy is bad news. Sometimes, when we don't have enough energy to make a change, we almost need to have a shocking event of some kind so we can wake up and do something about it. Okay. So, with this moon card, it is confusing. It's like you want to do the right thing. I tend to attract a lot of perfectionists, and I tend to attract a lot of perfectionists who have a procrastination habit. Why? Because I'm a perfectionist with a procrastination habit. And birds of a feather flock together. That's like when you guys come to my readings, it's like a party. I feel like I'm totally with people who get me, and it's fun, and we can kind of lift each other up and help each other forward. So what this message is for is to accept that sometimes what's meant for evil ends up serving us as good. So if you've had any kind of turmoil, accidents, unexpected events. It's time to press in to your faith that all things work out for the good. All things work out. Eventually, everything works out. Everything works out for me. Everything works out for me. Thank you, angels and guides, for helping me in this time. You will see that you will begin to see light, and the confusion you're feeling will begin to lift. All right? Trust in your guidance. Allow this thing that shocked you, the thing that surprised you, the thing that you did not want to see happen. Allow yourself to appreciate that it may open a door for you that you never saw, and that you'll look back to this time and you'll say, this thing that happened, it was the key. It unlocked everything. Okay, my friends? Hi, Saurabh. Welcome. Good to see you again. Ginny, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're here. In order to receive a reading tonight, all you do is hit. I know some people, even Ginny, had trouble, and I think Cheryl had trouble all the way down there from Texas. She had trouble getting her reading tonight. So I appreciate. I apologize. Sometimes the internet is not very cooperative, and I apologize for that. But I'm so glad that you're here tonight, and I'm eager to read cards for you guys. So let's see, what shall we do next? Let me just have a sip. There's my registration. I see you. Hi, Sarab. Welcome. All you need to do is just register on the account. It's right there. I put it right there for you. And when you register, then I will pull cards for you right away, pull an animal card for you. This is our free card for tonight. Colleen Barron Reed, the animal spirit cards. I'm pulling those for the free cards. And then also doing the wisdom of the oracle for our oracle reading. And our tarot is the Radiant Tarot. Okay. Put this aside. Every time you want a card, you have to register. Yes, Sarab, that's right. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Hi, Anish. Oh, I'm just so sorry, Anish. I just can't explain it. Let me check it myself. Sometimes when I check it myself, because sometimes it'll just buffer, and like right now, I see a little red circle that goes round and round is buffering and buffering. And then it comes right up for the order, right? So I know that the link is working, Anish. And it could be that your internet service is just a bit weak where you are. It could be that your equipment, maybe your phone is an older phone. But I know the link is working. So you can just try again, or you can just receive the readings that are here right now for the collective, because of course those are always no charge. Okay, so let's draw an oracle card. Okay, oracle card for my collective watchers. And we have new life. So this is wonderful. So those of you guys, and we're talking about what we can look forward to in 2026. We have a brand new year coming, fresh start, new life. So here we have this beautiful being. It looks like a fairy. There are definitely wings there, and she's coming out of the egg. She's hatching. Okay, so let's take a breath. Ah, and one more breath. So someone is watching tonight, and you have been sleeping a lot. It might be someone who's been going through a little bit of a something, feeling a certain way, maybe being a little bit depressed, and you've just been sleeping a lot. There's been not a lot of energy, not a lot of motivation to get up and get going. And so Spirit is here to just tap you on the shoulder ever so gently and whisper in your ear and say, it's time. It's time to move forward. That you've been waiting a while, you've been closed off, and you've been in bed. And Spirit says, we see you down there in that bed. And we understand completely. We don't blame you. But as you're preparing for the end of the year and you're starting to get ready to step out, it's just so important that you know that you're supported. Okay. You are supported. This little fairy is wearing purple. Purple is the color of the um, of the crown chakra. It's the color of loyalty, royalty. I'm sorry, I misspoke. It's the color of royalty, and it's also the color of spirit. My friend, you are the child of royalty. The universe is impossible to understand. The divine, God, indescribable, cannot understand. But what I can tell you is that those times when you feel disconnected and things seem so difficult, those are the times that Spirit is even more strongly holding you up. And this whole last year, all of 2025, your beautiful spirit guides have never once left your side, even though you may have felt abandoned. 2026 is coming with something brand new for you. Remember that baby steps will make all the difference in the world. Stretching is good for you. Yoga would be a great idea. There's chair yoga that would be perfect for you in the privacy of your home. But it's time for you to climb out of the cocoon and to move forward. If you need help, there's help available. Sometimes a little bit of counseling, a little bit of work with grief with a professional can really help you. All right. So don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. But everything is going to be shifting. Okay, beautiful. All right, Sarab, when will I get married and how will I meet my future spouse? Okay, so let's see is um, what the wisdom is. So we're going to draw you a spirit animal oracle card, Sarab, and it does not have the names of future spouses in it. But I will say, okay, so how old are you, Sarab? And what do you do for your work? How old are you? And what do you do for your work? 30 years old. Okay, good. What do you do for, oopsie. What do you do for your work? 30 years old. Okay, what do you do for your work? A businessman. Oh, very nice, very nice. And then what is your birth sign? What is your astrological sign? Aquarius. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, so this card flew out of the deck, and so I always love when the cards fly out. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask the spirit animal oracle to show us what is the energy surrounding your love life as we're going into August of 20 or August, as we're going into 2026 for Sarab, and we have Panther Spirit. Look at that! Isn't that beautiful? Reclaim your power. Oh, okay. So all right. So Sarab, it seems I'm wondering, and you certainly don't need to, put anything personal into this reading. There's only a million people watching. I'm just kidding, not that many. But it looks to me that something that happened in your past, something disappointed you about love. Okay, something that was unfair to someone, it may be to you. It may be that in an early relationship that there was something. Okay, that's what I'm thinking, Sarab. And we also, I don't know if you were here earlier, but there were cards that came out that some cheating is in part of our energy tonight. So when I look at that with the panther, such a dark animal, see how dark it is, and it's like shadowy and dark. So with the reclaim your power, it does feel like you lost your confidence and that you lost the belief in yourself that you would be a good partner. This can happen a lot when we've been cheated on. We think, what did we do that was wrong? Right. And so as you go forward, finding stability is going to be super important. Now, look at the number on this card. Can you see that? It's 44. Four is the color of stability. So, there is a really, really good book that I think it might even be written available in your native language, Sarab. And I'm just going to write it in here, okay? Because this book is, I know the woman who wrote it, and it's very, very good and helps you stay organized. Hold on here. I need to go back over here. Yeah. Um, to get organized with walking away from the disappointments of the past. Okay. So the name of the book is, oopsie, sorry, The Soulmate Secret. And anybody else who's listening, this is a very, very good book for you to read. It's like a recipe book where Ariel Ford, she didn't meet her husband until she was in her 40s. And it was quite a story. So she talks about it. And Sarab, it's almost like a recipe book where it gives you the steps for you to find your spouse. You do have some darkness in your life experience because of that person treated you so disrespectfully. So, as you go forward, I do recommend for healing, it's important to do something for yourself when you've been hurt like that. So, reading Ariel's book will be very helpful because every chapter she gives you things to do so that you can work through it. Of course, I do have private clients that I work with to help them get ready for love. And you can look at the readings that I have available on my website. Thank you, Sarab, for that's where all of my readings are, if I can help you personally. But also, there that Soulmate Secret book, you should be able to find it very easily. It's an older book. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that it's been translated into Hindi. I mean, I'm making an assumption there by your name, but whatever is your native language, see if you can find it there. Okay. So very good. Bless your heart. It's no fun to have somebody kind of, cheat on you or lie to you. It's very, very, very painful and hurtful. At 30, though, you are at a point where you're going to be, the women will take you more seriously. As you get healed so that you can reclaim your power, you will be desirable for your partner. Okay. So, what we need to do, Sarab, is we need to create some healing from that past relationship. That's the win. Thank you, Rakana. I see that you've posted for a reading. Very good. I see you registered. That's excellent. So, when you ask yourself when, Sarab, when you say, I wonder when I will find my life partner, you say to yourself, it will happen when when I am healed from the past. When I am healed from the past, I will be ready for my life partner. Okay. And like I said, that book, The Soulmate Secret, is an excellent place for you to start. Okay, my friend, and see what we have here. Hi, Mila. Mila in the woods. Yes, Mila, you may certainly sign up for a reading. Let me put the website right here. Just register at my site. There are 3 different readings I'm doing today. One is for free. I just pull an animal oracle for you. And then the other one will be yes, and the others, we pull an oracle card for you here for 4.99, and then I can do a tarot reading for you tonight, a 3 card reading to get a little bit of a deeper read, and that is $11.11. Okay, so we have Rakana. Okay, Rakana. So you're blocked. Okay, and when did you get blocked? We get a little bit more information while I mix up the cards. You are welcome, Sarab. I'm so glad. Thank you for coming because I know it can be hard to get enough information from just a single card. But I know from my experience with breakups, it can hold you back to when you lose your confidence like that. And my heart goes out to you. So definitely take a look at the soulmate secret, okay? Okay, Rakana. Are you here, Rakana? Rakana. Who is it that asked for the no contact and how long has it been going on? And welcome to the rest of you guys who are watching. Welcome. I'm so glad to see you. I'm Catherine. This is Pattern Breaker Tarot. We're all about working, looking, seeking. We want to find those keys that we're missing so that we can break patterns. You don't want to keep dating the same old people, right? Or you don't want to have the same dead end job, or you don't want to have your family treat you disrespectfully or having humans kind of ignore you. We don't want any of that. And so, as we find the patterns that are behind the scenes, we can really live an easier life and a life that has more connections with people that we really love and get along with. So, Rakana, where are you, my friend? Rakana. Okay, so Rakana may have trouble. Maybe she can't hear me. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a card and we're going to ask the animal oracle, what wisdom can we give to Rakana? And I know like no contacts are very difficult. I do have a no contact reading in the menu of my readings here on my channel, Manifest Faster. You'll see that I have a no contact reading, which really lets you dive deep and get to know why it is that your person has asked for no contact and what you need to know about it. But tonight for Rakana, let's see, what is the wisdom that Rakana needs to know to understand her situation? And Tamim is turning their back. They don't want any contact. What does Rakana need to know? Spirit, what does Rakana need to know? Tamim and Rakana, what is it that we need to know here? Rakana and Tamim. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. And we have Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. Okay, great, Mila. Excellent. I'll read for you in just a second. Eagle Spirit, Spirit has your back. Okay, Rakana. Spirit has your back. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing for you, Rakana. I feel that you have, first of all, I feel your energy is very sincere. I feel that you are very sincere and and you have a good heart, that you're a good person. You have a good heart. Sincere, that word just keeps coming to me. So I feel that your motives, that your desire to be with this person are coming from a good place. I feel like you are so sincere. I hate to keep repeating the same word, but it's what keeps coming for me. So, with that being said, it's so important for you to know that spirit is with you. Okay, because your person is saying no. Your person right now has shown you, their behavior shows you they're not interested right now. Okay, Spirit wants you to know that as you turn your back away from your person right now, that Spirit is blowing your life forward. Imagine the wind behind your back, and you're being encouraged to move forward and leave that relationship alone right now. Leave it alone. Because if this person decides to come back to you, you want them to be making their best choice. And right now, spirit is, they say that God is jealous sometimes, where spirit wants your attention. Spirit wants to be your person. Spirit wants to be your partner. Okay, so right now, what you're needing to do is to allow yourself a spiritual adventure. Hold on for just a second. My headset's running out of speed, so I'll be right back. Okay, so spirit wants to have your time and attention. So just for even 1 week, Rakana, for 1 week, every time, okay, two things. One, get a stretchy bracelet and put on one wrist. Every time you think of your person, you switch this to the other wrist. Okay, so you take off your bracelet, slip it on your other wrist, and you say, today I choose spirit instead of Tamim. Okay. Every time, just for 3 days. That's all, just 3 days. You think of Tamim, you grab your bracelet, you switch wrists, and you say, I focus my mind on spirit instead of Tamim, just for 3 days, just to reclaim your power, reclaim your own confidence here, and turn your back. Let Tamim come back to you and in God's timing. And you go this way. Find new people to hang out with. Stop obsessing over this person. An X is an X for a reason. Okay. I know these are not easy messages sometimes, but you don't want to have somebody make up something that would give you false hope. Because usually when they're an ex knows if the relationship ends, there's a reason and it's a good one. Okay, so let's go forward here. And we have Mila. Hi, Mila. May I please get a message from Spirit about me and my lover? He and I are going through a lot of healing right now. Okay. Okay. Thank you for registering for your reading. And let me just shuffle up a little bit. Everything okay back there, Murphy? Welcome, welcome, everyone. I'm Catherine. This is Pattern Breaker Tarot. We're here on a Friday night, and we're looking for keys. Okay. We're looking for keys. And so for now we have Mila, and Mila to have a key for the relationship that she's in right now. Okay, what is the key? And I have a lot of interest and curiosity about the new year, of course. 2026 is coming up, and I do feel just this flush of new energy, especially in the area of love and career. I just feel both of those are going to be having some very interesting things happen. So, oh, very good. Thank you, Mila. My deck has been a little bit shy tonight, and this one wasn't shy at all, just jumped right out. So for Mila, oh, looky there, White Raven Spirit. Mila, I would love to. I was raised Catholic, and spent much of my young life in Catholicism. Then I got married as a Catholic. Then I became a born again Christian when I was in my early 30s. I had two little kids, and my family life growing up was so hectic and chaotic, and there was violence, and it was very, very, very dramatic. And so when my kids were really little, is when the shit hit the fan. I couldn't figure out how families could fall apart, how you could have so much love for little innocent children, and then all of a sudden the adults are fighting, and everybody, it's just violence and meanness, and it was so painful. And with my own young family, it broke me. And so I went into therapy, which was very smart at the time. And I just began to understand post traumatic stress, how my growing up years formed me. And I just got to be able to think about my childhood in a different way. So when I went into born again Christianity, I had what you call spiritual gifts. I had words of wisdom. I didn't know what that was, but I would pray for somebody and I would say words just like what I do right now. Honestly, I would, use a prayer and say the prayer for the person. It would flow out of me. I also I had a prayer language. I spoke in tongues. I laid hands on people and prayed. And I would have people come up and comment about, wow, you said the exact right thing. How did you know that? And I didn't know how I knew it at all. But in the evangelical tradition that I practiced, they had words of wisdom and acts of the Spirit, and they believed in charismatic acts of the Spirit that happened after Jesus went back. Blah blah blah. I taught Bible. I don't mean to be disrespectful. Taught the Bible study for 20 years or so, and then the year 2000 rolled around, and everything was falling apart in my life once again, and I felt that what I was taught as a Christian wasn't enough for me. It didn't, I was desperately unhappy and needed to divorce. And so I did that. And after that, I moved to California and really embraced metaphysics and began to pull out all kinds of, started working with the cards. I needed to do something for work. So I picked up life coaching because it was doable. I'm a teacher. I am a speech therapist. I was a golf teacher. I have a lot of teaching, but the ability to read the cards and, tell the stories that I see tends to help people. I can't explain it. And I love that it helps people and it makes everything that I've gone through worth it, because through my experience, my study of, I know Neville Goddard is one of my heroes, Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay, Catherine Ponder, a lot of those old teachers teaching about what you talk about, you walk about. What you assume to be true becomes true. We walk out our fears and we walk out of fear and into fear every day. In 2007, I had cancer. It really kicked me down. I was down for a year, and it took me a long time to work back. That was another, I think, unveiling of my gifts, because after I go through hardship, and then it tempers you. So Mila, oh, that's so cool. Where do you live, Mila? I'm so glad to have you in this reading because you're like me, a sister, right? And I don't know, I hope you were here for some of the earlier cards because there's a lot about coming out in 2026. Oh, Washington, D.C. Okay, cool. I have another client that lives over there. I should, yeah, I know I don't know exactly where, but anyway, so for you, Beck, thank you for asking me that question. I appreciate being able to share. So with the White Raven for you, trust in the magic. Now, see this. I'm so glad you shared that you are a reader, and that when you're asking about your lover, so. White Raven. So I don't know what that suggests to you. On the number 66, I would definitely look up the angel meaning of the word 60 or the number 66. But this white raven, it's unusual, right? It's albino. I would definitely look up the spiritual meaning of the white raven and add something to it. But I'm also looking at this scruff that's around its neck. It does look like it's a little worse for wear. You know that, a little worse for wear, and it reminds me of that story that's called the Velveteen Rabbit. Do you know that story, the Velveteen Rabbit? Because I, for some reason, I'm feeling that that's um, part of what you're needing, part of your message tonight. And the Velveteen Rabbit, for you guys that don't know or aren't familiar, oh, it's a children's book, and you really, I don't want to tell you what it's the most beautiful story. So you definitely, yes, for sure. I'm answering questions for sure. You just need to register on my website for the reading, and I'm putting that right here for you. Okay. Mixed night rain, midnight rain. You can go ahead and add your question there, and I'm happy to answer. So back over to you, Mila. Yes, you definitely want to look up the Velveteen Rabbit. You could probably buy it really cheap on Amazon.com. I mean, it's an old book. It might even be available read by somebody on YouTube. It's a book that talks about love, but I highly recommend. And usually, if I do get names of books or songs or movies, it's a good idea to go take a peek because there's something in there for you. But it's, to me, when I look at it's like balding a little bit and the feathers are all ruffled up, and it just seems like it's just been through a lot. You know, it's just been through the wars, so to speak. And so you might be at a place where you are needing what the key you're looking for with this. Um, I'm thinking of the word affirmation, confirmation, that I feel like there may be a fork in the road for you. Of course, again, with only a single card, Mila, you know that I'm a little limited. Be sure to take a look at my menu if there's any one of my recorded readings that would behoove you, if you would like to look at it. I do offer tapping and other energy tools. They're included in my videos so that you can, if you need some tools, I'm here for you. Okay. But if you want me to draw more cards, I can do it tonight, of course, because I have my two decks here. And you can sure ask for more cards if you want. But anyway, so the key is vulnerability, not being, not being ashamed of being rumpled. Read the Velveteen Rabbit and trust in the magic. Okay. A very interesting card, and very interesting cards from all you guys tonight. So welcome, all of you. And those of you who are new, absolutely, I'm here and can read more cards for you. All to do is register. You are welcome, Mila. What's your favorite tarot deck? My favorite tarot deck is the Light Seers. I use it so much, but I am kind of a tarot deck junkie. I love my tarot decks. So, okay, and we have Charlotte. Hey, Charlotte, I love your name. And I don't recognize your name. Are you new here with me tonight, perhaps? Miss Charlotte. And what are you? Do you have a different name on YouTube? Let me know what your YouTube name is, or then I know Charlotte. Hey, Ginny, I would love to pull a card for you. All you need to do is register. with the just like the other folks are doing. And Charlotte, what do you need to know right now? Those are my, thank you so much. I love that question. Those are the best to ask for these. So right away, yeah. Oh, I love those. Oh, you're Charlotte Midnight. It looks like it was once. I want to say Midnight Rain, but I'm seeing that X in there. Oh yeah, the bird feathered oracle card. I love those too. If you listen, remind me because when you do, if you come back for a private reading, a recording, remind me and I'll bring out the feather deck and use it with you. So yes, the Rider Waite. I know. I back when I started using the Rider Waite years ago, I thought I was so intimidated because I thought I'll never remember what all these 78 cards mean. And now it's like they have a life of their own. I mean, honestly, tarot cards, isn't that true, Mila? That the tarot cards introduce themselves to you? Isn't that true? And like now I could picture any one of those tarot, the Rider Waite. And sometimes when I'm doing a different deck, I will think, now what is the four spades, the four of pentacles, and it'll pop right into my mind. So I love it. So okay, good deal. Charlotte, what does the animal deck spirit key? What's the key? Again, as you guys are receiving these collective readings, just hold on to what your situation is in your mind, and you can piggyback on Charlotte's reading. I'm sure she won't mind. Ooh, Charlotte, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Transformation is beautiful. So, Charlotte, are you a teacher by chance? There's something here that's very profound for me here with it. And when I look at this butterfly, because it is very showy, very beautiful. And then I just so weird because this background here, I'm almost seeing as a brain. Okay, Charlotte, I just feel like I'm seeing these two hemispheres, and I feel like I'm wondering about you as far as with your brain. I'm like flying by the seat of my spirit here. I'm just telling it like I'm feeling it. But there's just some the word neurodivergent keeps coming. I'm neurodivergent. My brain is not typical. And so I'm sensing that there's something going on with your brain where it's necessary for you to regulate. You know how they talk about doing that emotional regulation now, and that if you're highly anxious or very sensitive, you can get dysregulated, and then you can just feel terrible. It's like your neurotransmitters are running around just having a field day inside of our brain and bodies and make us feel terrible. And so, what I'm feeling here, Charlotte, is that you really have a mission, that somebody is, excuse me, that you're being called to be a guide for other people who need transformation in what it is that you're good at doing. And man, I am so flying by the seat of my spirit here, Charlotte. I'm like, can you resonate with this, my midnight rain? Because this is so beautiful. I like, so I said, if you're a teacher or something, because I see all these little butterflies. They're all so different. And then this is like the queen with all of these little tiny influences. So I'm sensing that, or maybe you're an influencer and you have a channel, but there's something going on with you, and that transformation is beautiful. Don't be worried about the changes that are coming. Make sure to keep yourself regulated. There's a wonderful channel that I really trust, this particular psychologist, and you may know of her. Oh gosh, I can't. Oh, I'm so happy you're resonating, because sometimes, hang on, therapy in, whoops, push the wrong button for myself. Therapy in a nutshell, and her name is Emma. Okay, and she has her videos are absolutely fabulous. I mean, she teaches so clearly, and I think she's neurodivergent herself, and she's just wonderful. So you want to check that out. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad because you do. I think you have a mission. You have a calling. I mean, for me personally, I never anticipated having a YouTube channel as a grandmother. Believe me, that was not plan A. I have been a teacher my whole life, but the whole idea of using YouTube like this was something I never anticipated. But I am doing this work where people with that divergent brain and helping them figure out how to stay relaxed and how to capitalize on our gifts because there are so many people who need help with finding their emotional set point, right? So that they're not so anxious all of the time. So for sure, I'm glad you found me because I mean, I am very much in this world and I want to help people use somatic techniques, which I so believe in. Tapping is my main magic. It's what I use with all of my private clients. It makes a difference. It's made a difference in my life. One of the things that I use is a heavy blanket. Have you ever used a heavy blanket, Charlotte? Because a heavy blanket has been a real life changer for me. I've used it off and on for a long time, since 2007. And I put it away when I started living alone. Interestingly enough, when I wasn't sharing my home with humans, all of a sudden my stress level went down. Imagine that. And so, but recently though, I was having some off feelings, just not feeling myself. And I grabbed my heavy blanket and I used it for 2 or 3 nights. And it really does, it works for me to bring me back into emotional well-being. Okay, my blanket is 15 pounds, and I love it. They say 10% of your body weight plus 1 pound is generally the way to go. Okay, so let me see. Oh, and I love that it's number 11. Number 11 is a very auspicious number. It's a magical number. So be sure to look up. Oh yeah, and you know what, Charlotte, they've gotten so inexpensive now. It's ridiculous. Good grief! They used to be $300 or $400 to buy a blanket, and now they are very much more reasonable. But yeah, I would. You need support, okay? As a neurodivergent person, nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's quite gifted, if you ask me personally. But it's taken me a lifetime to believe that. But as you take care of yourself with that blanket, another thing that probably is soothing for you is baths or whirl or jacuzzi, because when you're in water, all that water pressure is the same as a heavy blanket. It brings a lot of soothing. Okay. So I'm glad you're here. Please do take a look at my other readings here. There are free readings and recorded readings, video and audio, lots of different options. I am gifted dealing with neurodivergent people, and I would love to facilitate that. If there's anything I can help you with, Charlotte, you let me know. Okay, moving forward here. Let's see, what shall we do? I think we'll pull a Wisdom of the Oracle card for us. Ooh, Wisdom of the Oracle for my collective listeners tonight. Hold your situation in your mind. And so, Charlotte, you could hold your situation now in your mind and just allow this oracle card. See if the magic of this reading will be. Oh, nice. Okay, Mila. Oh, that's so smart, Mila. That's so smart for me to be able to pull those tarots for you tonight. So I will do that. But let me just draw for the collective here. One more. And again, because you're going to be sitting in for that tarot reading, why don't you also do the same thing, Mila, and go ahead and just allow this particular oracle card to give you a bit of flavor for your upcoming tarot reading. Okay. I'm born in November too. I'm November 4. Oh, what's your? What's your number? Yeah, and you guys, once you sign up for my readings here, you are going to be, you'll be receiving notices from me. So keep your, it might go into your junk mail at first, but every time I go live, you will be notified. Okay. So be sure to stay alert. And I love what I want here is a community. I want us to chat together. I want us to get to know each other. I want us to be a family with each other. And so I just want you to know that. And I think about you guys when I'm not here. Okay, so we have message in a bottle, and this is for the collective. Message in a bottle, and we have a pelican. 26. Oh, okay. So are you a cuspy? No, are you cusping with Sagittarius at the 26? Anyway, message in a bottle. And so this is the pelican. Hold on. This is so cool. I love these cards. Okay, so in my collective, if you're here watching right now, there's no accident. This card is for you. What's the key? So there's no doubt here. Oh, you're Sag. Okay, got it. There's no key. Excuse me. The key is in this bottle, message in a bottle. So there is something that you're not aware of. There could be a letter that has been written. Um, this is so interesting because the pelican has a telescope under its wing. And so, just so curious about message in a book. So, it looks to me like this message that has been kept from you. So, I think that there's someone watching me right now that you are going to find a letter or a note, something that was written to you many years ago. This has happened to me, and it's really kind of hilarious. Letters from my kids that they wrote me, or friends, or cards. But watch for something to drop out of a book. You're going to be picking up a book and opening it, and randomly there's some old envelope that's got a note or some sort of communication in there that's going to be life changing for you. You will stop in your tracks and you'll think to yourself, oh my gosh, this is just what that tarot reader was saying. So, yeah, I'm very curious what's going to show up for you. Okay, so let me take a look here and see if there's anything else. Nope. Very interesting card. Okay, so now we have Miss Mila. So oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Mila is asking for clarification for her relationship. Clarification. Hi, Michael. Thank you. I received those bright Chinese stars. I appreciate you, Michael. Any of you who are just joining me, if you'd like to have me pull cards for you, it would be my pleasure. All you have to do is pop over to my website, take a look at the menu, and pick the reading of your choice. Okay, Mila. So 3 cards. I'm looking for, what does Spirit want for you to know, Mila? What is what Mila needs to know right now that will most efficiently and gently show her exactly what she needs to know? Need- There. It's a cup, Queen of Swords. This is my gilded tarot, and Judgment. Okay. And I'm just aware of the Emperor is bottom of the deck, what you're not seeing. I always liked, I'll just add it over here. What you're not seeing. Okay, Mila. There are your cards, Mila. Anybody else who wants to have a reading? Absolutely here for you. Just hit my website, manifestfaster.com. Okay, so let's see. Hmm. Oh, okay. So Mila, and what is your birth sign? And what's the birth sign of your person? That would be helpful for me before I say what I'm seeing here. Your birth sign and the birth sign of your person. Hey, low key, hun. Totally would love to read for you. You just have to go to the website and register, and I'm happy to do that. Just there's 3 different readings to pick from over there. Okay, Mila, what is your birth sign and your person's birth sign? Okay. So I think generally speaking, I am seeing here that we have 2 strong people. Okay, we have 2 very strong, what do you call, archetypes that are here for this reading. And you're asking for what do you need, help you understand what you need to know. I think the fact that there are 2 such strong people in your current situation, in your relationship, that it is causing some structural stress, right? Structural stress, like who's going to be in charge of what? What's the order of command? Who, especially in this world today, it can be really difficult with the roles that we all play. But I see this emperor, which is that boss energy. It's like it comes across as being it's my way or the highway. I mean, it's the kings would bow to the emperor. The emperor is like the premier authority figure in the worldly sense, whereas the hierophant is more in the spiritual leadership, right? But we're seeing this, and again, I'm not reading either any of the genders here, but the emperor is a don't mess with me energy. I want it my way, right? And then we have this queen of swords, and the queen of swords to me reminds me of the queen of hearts in was Alice in Wonderland. Off with their head, where she's like, no, and she's a my way or the highway person. And I personally, I have to watch this Queen of Swords energy because I can be very snarky. If something doesn't go my way, I could be unpleasant. Just so I could list 5 people that would tell you, yes, Catherine could be very unpleasant if you upset her. However, I have learned in the course of my time to be softer. So that's what I'm sensing here for you, Mila, is it's really time to soften. There's something going on here with these 2 very strong personalities, and I'm aware of this light at the third eye, at the top of her sword. This is a very potent, very powerful female energy, and then we have this very potent, powerful male energy, and then we have the Judgment card. And so I just sense this tension, that there's the kind of a battle of the minds going on, a little ego battling, like who should be in charge. And quite frankly, some of it is a little bit childish. It's just a tiny bit childish. Some bickering might be going on, or just some backbiting, just teasing. One of my friends and clients has been married for 10 years or 11 years now to her person, and when that person does tease her or heckle her, I'm trying to help her say he's heckling me, because it's not mean. There's something about certain people tease as their love language, And if they're having an off day or they're not feeling very confident, their teasing can take on a real mean. But what's important for you to know, Mila, is that what you're needing to learn more of is repair. Okay. As you learn to repair the scuffles, you have um, what's a good word for just when you're fussing at each other or just nitpicking, something that's not a serious argument, but you're not using each other's strengths. You're not recognizing and acknowledging each other's strengths. This is something that will help you going forward is to be playful, have conflict, but do it in a playful way. One of the pieces of advice I give to couples is to get like a couple of those pool noodles. You float around the pool on those pool noodles and you use them to kind of have a sword fight with your person. So you're bopping back and forth and letting those pool noodles strike one another. And then you could whap gently your person. And you would be amazed at how that breaks up tension and causes a lot of laughter. Another thing are squirt guns. Just fill a squirt gun with some water, and when your person gets salty, let them have it. Okay, very childlike. Water balloons, something else that you can have when you want to just create some fun. Okay, so judgment card. It's important that y'all guard against judgment. Okay, Mila, to not judge each other, but instead honor one another and lift each other up. Be a great idea to start a journal of just what you appreciate about your person. You could encourage, you guys could have a thank you journal that's just out. Oh, you're Scorpio, he's Libra. Oh, God love you. I mean, I didn't mean to say it that way, but air signs, I'm Scorpio also, and air signs tend to be a little bit more difficult for me to stay patient with, right? But this energy I can totally relate to with the two natures are so different with the water and the air, or excuse me, fire and water and air, being able to not blow that judgment horn. We don't, it's not our job to sit in judgment over our people. We picked them. And so, again, finding a journal where you could write down every day, write something positive about your person. Then just keep that going for yourself, be grateful and positive. There's a book that's called Think and Grow Rich. Not Think and Grow Rich, Thank and Go Rich. And it's by a lady named Pam Grout. And she also wrote a great book called E Squared. In that book, Thank and Grow Rich, she creates experiments and helps people learn how to change your world with gratitude. And that lady is the real deal. Completely trust her. She's fabulous. I've met her. I'm very honored to be one of her loyal readers. And Think and Grow Rich will change your life, Mila. You will love it. You air signs are very playful, but you get offended easily. Listen, I love that. I love it. And you know what air signs do too, Michael, is they think they texted you back and they didn't. They're my favorite air signs. I cannot tell you this one favorite air sign of mine says, I opened my phone tonight and I realized I had never texted you back. I mean, communication needs to be addressed. And just, yeah, thank you for saying that, Michael. I just love that. I thank you so much. And I have several air signs in my life. I even married one, which was not a smart thing to do. But anyway, moving forward. So Mila, so there you have it. Okay. So for you, I would definitely, okay, hold on. All right. Another resource for you, Mila. This one, I love this guy. The astrology guy here on YouTube. Okay. Astrology guy. He is the best. And Michael, you will love him too. The astrology guy. Yes. So he has videos that are like how to, the do's and don'ts of dating Scorpio. Okay. And then he has the same thing, do's and don'ts about dating a Libra. So when you look at that, he is the best teacher of demonstrating the shadow side and how we are. I mean, the Scorpio, I love it because he says the do's of dating a Scorpio. I was like, yes, that's exactly who I am. Mhm. Yes, I love it. He's describing me to a T. And then he says at the end, he goes, okay, here's the reasons you don't want to make a Scorpio mad at you because this is what you're going to see. And so then he offers all of these unfortunate behavior traits of salty Scorpio. And it's kind of embarrassing, but wonderful. So for you, Mila, it will help you a ton. Look up with your Libra and then and watch it, see how it makes you think. And if your person is willing, you could watch those together and just learn about how to deal with each other's shadow side. That'll help you a ton. I hope that this reading brought you the comfort that you need. I love when the Six of Cups shows up because to me, that's like the heart when we have in our heart that we do want to have a sustainable relationship. We want to have that ride or die. We want to have someone that says, was your day? And they actually want to hear, right? But what will happen is that our past relationships that have caused feelings to get hurt, because we are humans and we get hurt feelings, start building up all kinds of different weird safety habits that keep us from being hurt again. And before you know it, we're like locked tight inside of a straitjacket of our own making. And it's near impossible to feel loved. So what is the key to that? What is the key for us is to learn how to accept the mistakes we make. Period. To be able to accept the mistakes we make and make a plan for moving forward. Is this 100% true? Is this worded right? That's really cool, Mike. I just want to read that out loud so people, if you're listening and can't stop, is Michael says, oopsie. One thing I always use when addressing anyone in a confrontation, same as being confronted, is to ask yourself, is this 100% true? And is this worded right? Wait 3 seconds and think about it for sure. Yeah, that's really good. I mean, just to take a breath or two and not say anything, that's very, very good. Are you familiar with Jimmy on relationships, Michael? You would love, I found out recently that he cheated on his wife and then won her back. And so now I have even more respect for him because his channel is so wise and speaking as a man that both men and women can learn from. So it's excellent, excellent resource. So thank you very much. Okay, Mila. Yeah, let me just see, is there anything else? Are you familiar with Honopono, Mila? Just made your decision to stay single. I get it. I've been single for a long time now, and I really enjoy my single life for sure. But I do crave company, and my ideal situation would be to truly have like some male friends that I would have dinner with once a month. Just to go out and enjoy. I have 7 brothers. I grew up with a lot of male energy, and I don't feel like I want a typical relationship right now. I feel like I'm totally cool with it, but I don't want fear to hold my life in bondage. You know what I'm saying? I don't want me to be making a decision that's fearful. I don't want to be hurt again. So therefore I'm staying single. And so I'm just open to that. And plus I have friends that I can go to and they can keep me honest. Okay, so let's go through Mila. Thank you so much. I hope that that reading brought you what you're looking for. And Charlotte is still here. Charlotte, yes, we're pulling an oracle card. Thank you guys for using thank you, Michael. Appreciate you. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I so appreciate a lot of people. It's a little bit of a struggle in the holidays where things can be a tad disappointing. And so, yeah, I feel like there is. I mean, honestly, you have two. Is it true that very strong personalities? And I think too, having a Libra and a Scorpio, it's challenging. And one thing you'll see with astrology guy is at the end he also will tell you where your moon is, and then he will help you understand where your moon position being a Scorpio will make you a good partner, and same for your partner. And so, but some signs are difficult. But he says, don't worry if you're with someone who is a sign that's difficult. It takes it takes a village, right? It takes a lot of skill to keep a relationship together. And if you guys are both really motivated, it will happen. And there's excellent resources out there between Esther Perel and Jimmy on relationships. You'll have lots of help. Okay, Mila, come back and see me if you want. Take a peek at my readings. There is one on, well, there's several. I think there's 15 different readings and they're all kinds of different themes. So take a look. Okay, so if you would like a reading, there are 3 available this evening. You'll find them at manifestfaster.com. And now Charlotte wants to have an oracle. So we're using the wisdom of the oracle. I'm looking into 2020. Catherine with the C. Thank you, Cheryl. Keep you in him, between you and him. Yeah, you'd think so. My own mom took my husband's side in one of my, I mean, it was so, she listened to me for years tell about the difficulties of our marriage. And then when I decided that I wanted to be divorced, she called my ex-husband, or my soon-to-be ex, and told him, I don't know what's wrong with Catherine. I just don't get it. And I'm like, what? But people do weird things when you're breaking up. And there's sometimes it's inconvenient for you to take care of you because it disrupts other people. It's true. Okay, so let's take a look. Charlotte, what is your oracle card? Looking out to 2026? Okay, what is coming forward here? Oh, I love this card. Happy, happy. So, Charlotte, what a fun card this is. Happy, happy. Hold on a second. I just want to look closer. Beautiful card. Okay. So this is a card. Celebration is the word that just comes immediately to me. Yeah, 26. Oh, good. I'm glad you could resonate, Mila, because I just see like those 2 strong personalities. But you don't, that it's good. Friction. Esther Perel, that she's the one. She believes that you can even cheat and still have a good relationship. And now I get why she and Jimmy are aligned with one another, because they say you need friction. You need to have some friction to have a healthy relationship. But what you mostly need to know is how to repair it. So if you have an argument or you have a disagreement, what are your repair skills? And Emma, in the Therapy in a Nutshell, I'm going to add that again. She teaches about repair in a wonderful way. Therapy in a Nutshell. And her name is Emma. And she's got so much material on there, you guys. I highly, highly recommend, because we can be so scared of the future by what happens in the past that we lock ourselves away from our potential good. So, Charlotte, back to you. So, a couple things. First of all, can you see that there's a face in that egg? See that? So, I feel like the key for you, Charlotte, going into the new year is to do some work with your inner child. Okay. I feel like there's a call on you to add to what you know about yourself some real focus on that happy baby. So, do you do yoga? First of all, the happy baby pose. You can easily find it on YouTube. You can find a demonstration of it. But the happy baby pose is just what I thought of here looking at that happy baby. but there's something about your growing up years where you did not feel like the gift you are, Cheryl, I'm sorry, Charlotte. I'm looking at these, look like gift wrap ribbons and gift wrap paper, although I think it's feathers, excuse me, wings. I think this is a fairy. But the fact is, though, that I'm feeling like when you were born, it was really a happy, happy occasion. That there, you, of course, there were grown-ups in the family and in your house who were not very mature because you're a normal human. But the fact is, though, that for the key for you in this new year is to affirm and get to know your inner child. Okay. There are some wonderful materials available. And there's one, let me write it in here so you can write it down, Charlotte. Wu Wei Wisdom. And if there's anyone else who's curious about working on your inner child, they have a lot of meditations. They're around 30 minutes and they are all around healing the inner child. So I highly, highly recommend. But this is such good news, Charlotte, because it does look like this year is going to be happier than last year. The star that she's holding is reminiscent of the healing star, the star card in the tarot, which is all about healing our heart. Notice how she's holding that star right over her chest. And she's just that joy that she's showing on her face. Notice at her forehead, she has that right at her third eye. So, one of the things that it will be helpful for you, Charlotte, as you go through the new year is to tell yourself new stories, new statements about your life, that you can create a narrative that supports the happy, happy. Even though your folks might have gotten divorced or you might have had to move when you were a child and you might have had to, there might have been some losses that left scar tissue and emotional residue in your spirit, but it's possible to get healed from all of, and inner child work will take you there. Personally, I do tapping with my private clients. It's something that I know would help you and support you. So do take a look at the menu of readings, and I'd be happy to chat with you about going forward with this. But this is really good news, my friend. You can look forward to some evidence of people reaching that. How do you tell? How can you pick out when the benefits of this happy, happy energy hit you? It's with the kindness of strangers. Watch for compliments to come your way, surprise gifts, just unexplainable kindness coming your way. This is your sign that you are moving into a vibration that you deserve more and you will have more. Okay, my friend? Beautiful card. If you want to take a picture of it, put it on your screensaver. Excellent. Who of us wouldn't want to? We're piggyback. We all want to piggyback. If you want to piggyback on that energy with our friend Charlotte, just go ahead and hit that 100 or that heart, and let's just jump in there and say, hey, if Charlotte's going to have a beautiful new year, then so absolutely happy, happy. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so Cheryl. Oh, okay. I am a Scorpio living separate from Gemini of 25 years. Yeah, I married a Gemini. What was I thinking? I mean, the marriage did not last very long. It was kind of a recovery marriage for me, but I'm really not looking for a relationship of love, but I truly crave a friend, a gal, somebody someday. LOL. Nobody wants to be true, real, and honest. It is hard, isn't it? It is. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Charlotte. Yeah, no, no, completely. I feel like animals have been a big important, but animals in nature have been a big part, well, very important pieces of my healing. I have a woods nearby that I'm able to create paths in there, and it's just always it's a place of of warmth and love. I also have a dog, Murphy, who's been very good boy. You're a very good boy tonight. Yes, you are. You've been so quiet. And also, I started to realize that some of the needs that I have for love are not going to happen through my family of origin. My family of origin is a broken family through divorce and people's choices and a few no contacts in there, a few political differences, in just a mess of different personalities, strong egos, and generally speaking, I would say that most of my sibs are doing okay. But I have found that friendships with people of similar interests can be so much more, well, they're easier for me than my family relationships. Although I hold my family in high regard and I am available for them. They know where I am and my phone number is available, but some of them don't understand what I do. They don't understand about the cards. And it's not my job to convince them. I'm available for them. But that's why I'm here. That's why I do this, because I think there are more people like me who have a broken relationship with a sibling or an adult child, and they want to enjoy more friendships, like Cheryl was saying. So, hey, Ginny, welcome. I'm glad you found your way here. Seem to be stuck, a Libra female. Okay. Right. So let's see what the animal kingdom has for you, my friend. What do we have here for Ginny? Ginny Libra seems to be stuck. Okay, animal kingdom. You have Ginny. Ooh, Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. The Buffalo Spirit. This really is the perfect card for somebody who is feeling a little bit stuck, because I can say from my own experience, Ginny, that when I become upset about a situation that I can't solve, it's because I forget that I have help. I believe that humans are blended beings, that we are part human, our skin and our personality and our flesh, and that we're part spirit, like our soul and our spirit, the parts, the invisible parts of us that we can't see, but we know are here. And we know by how we feel about things that connect us and disconnect us. So, in the times where I'm not able to feel hopeful or I just don't see what's coming next, it's when I forget that I have a source of help, even within my own heart, that spirit always knows what's best for Catherine. Spirit always knows what's best for Ginny. So, Ginny, what for you, your key is to remember that you have spirit behind you. You have spirit, spirit has your back. And so, as you finish out the year, I'm going to give you a little affirmation, and it's helpful to do it in a mirror so that you can see yourself as you're saying it, and say, even though I don't know how, hang on, let me just fix that. Hang on. Oh, even though I don't know how, I'm feeling less stuck right now. Okay. I know it's weird to say something that we know is not true. And I get that. I listen to Abraham Hicks videos a lot, and I really like them. And Esther teaches, we don't know what it is about you humans that you just don't enjoy being imaginative and creating stories. You always feel you have to tell only the truth. I'm stuck. That's my truth. Well, a part of you believes, Ginny, that you are only stuck temporarily and that soon you will be unstuck. And you will be saying, even though I don't know how, I'm not feeling stuck right now. So the teachers say, the older teachers say, with the law of that you start saying your new assumptions right now before you are unstuck. Even though I don't know how, I'm not feeling stuck right now. Even though I don't know how, things are getting easier for me right now. Even though I don't know how, Spirit has my back right now. Even though I don't know how, Spirit knows and is sharing with me now. Ginny, it can be very discouraging to feel stuck, for sure. But every time you realize you're stuck, you can also recognize it's an opportunity to turn to spirit. Now, I will tell you, I use meditation. I've meditated for many, many years with what I call guided meditations, where they walk you through a story, and that's been great. But for the last probably year, I've been doing more silent meditations, and I'm learning to be more comfortable with silence. And I'm also learning how calmness always follows those silent meditation. I do like 20 minutes a day. That's it. But I'm going to put the app in here. It's called The Way, and it's very, very reasonable. And Henry Schuckman, the teacher, is the most wonderful teacher in man. There's 12 sessions for free. It's for you to try it out. And so I just so highly recommend, Jenny, because when you're stuck and you can learn how to access spirit inside, you're the part of your brain that thinks up ideas to help you will be empowered. Okay. And so I hope that was helpful, Jenny. I know it's just one card and it seems like you're facing a lot of issues, but remember that spirit has your back no matter what. Okay. I know it's not easy going through these times when you feel stuck. Also, do take a look at the YouTube channel because I have lots of videos there that you can check out. You can check out the videos that are on YouTube that are already there. I do have some about being stuck. And then if you want to purchase a reading, that's here on Manifest Faster. You can purchase. Okay. You're welcome, Jeannie. You're welcome, Cheryl. Are you doing any readings tonight on love? Um, if you would like a reading on love, I absolutely can. I mean, I could do a tarot reading for love. If you would like your key for that, just $11.11. I also have some readings for love that are in that you can order online that are unrecorded. They're recorded so that you can listen to them again and again. I think I have 2 or 3 different love readings. But if you would want one tonight, that's what I'm here for. It's $11.11, and I can do a quick draw. There is a reading it's a recorded audio reading, and it's about your love vibration through the end of the year, um, Midnight or Charlotte. And so if you're curious about that one, again, it's not me live, it's a recording, but we do have a couple more days left before the end of the year, so you might want to check that. Okay, anybody else want to join the fun, have a reading? Let me put my website in there. Thank you so much. I know it's a little bit complicated to get these readings and using my site and what have you. If it's magic from Renata, is that you, Renata? Or do you know Renata? Oh, greetings from, see, I'm confused because Renata is one of my clients, but I don't know. It is you. Oh, okay. If it's magic. Oh, I love that. Is that the name of your YouTube channel that you're going to be starting? No, no pressure. Nice. Well, welcome. We have had really good. Well, it's good to see you. I'm so glad to see you. I hope that your Christmas was wonderful. Oh, I love if it's magic. I love that. I want to know more. But anyway, we're reading tonight on a key, a missing key. We've had some very wonderful readings tonight. I'm using the Animal Spirit Tarot for the free readings. I'm using the Wisdom of the Oracle here is for our one card reading, and I'm using the Radiant Tarot for tarot readings. And we're really looking for what is a key that we're missing? What can be opened up for us as we look at the end of the year? Can you believe 2026 is right around the corner? I know, Murphy. I've been here a long time. Murphy wonders, no, no. Yes, you're a good boy. No. Yeah, we're going to take a walk and see the Christmas lights after our readings are done, I promise. I live in an apartment complex, you guys, and it's just phenomenal. This one man, God love him, Mr. Jesse, went around and absolutely went around and asked if several of the residents here if they wanted to have their Christmas lights put up. And it's like, it's just as beautiful as a candy cane lane right here in my little complex in Tennessee. It's just so fantastic. And me and Murph are going to go out and look at the lights. Okay, tell me what I need to know right now. Charlotte, but we pulled a card. What do you need? Okay, so Charlotte, tell me, I want to make sure that we do this correctly for you, my darling. So we did pull one card for you before, didn't we? I'm just going backwards to see here. Oh, yeah, wait, let me see here. Yes, we did pull one card for you. So you want me to pull for another card? Let me just go so I can tell. Thank you guys. Appreciate you so much. Because you asked me what you need to know right now. We pulled your card already, but is there a second question or something else you want to know? Or do you want this to be about your love life? I just submit an animal reading for my mom. I forgot. Oh, aw, okay. All right, no worries. No worries, I get it. For your mom. I love that. Hi, Mom. Is Mom watching? Or is she listening? Or you're just going to tell her? You know, Murphy's like, when are you done? Are you done yet? I said, not yet, Murph, not yet. Okay. Victoria, beautiful. Well, thank you for inviting your mom to the reading. Okay, so this reading an animal oracle or for Victoria. Victoria, coming into 2026. Oh God, look at that. I have a card that's I have see, can you see? I have a card here that's turned. I always love when stuff like that happens. Okay, hey Victoria, welcome. Well, I see this card is turned the wrong way, and so whenever things like that happen, I just see it as a sign because you guys have I've seen me. I've used this deck all night, and I have not seen this card turned. So I know this is for you, Victoria. Welcome. Okay, and we have Owl Spirit. The first thing I'm aware of is that beautiful crown on this owl's head. This is no tiara. This is a crown. Okay, and then I just have to look up close. What do I have? See what that is. Kind of looks like a ring. Anyway, okay. So back to the cards. So what we know about owls is we do know that they are known for their wisdom. Okay. And so my eye just keeps being drawn back to that ring. And so I'm seeing it as a hold on just a second. That it's an I'm looking at it as an empty keychain. Interesting, because we're looking for keys, right? And so I'm seeing that as a keychain with no key on it. So I'm just wondering, Victoria, what's going on with you? Have you been, what do they call it, like haunting heaven with your prayers about something that you really have been in a quandary, in a conundrum, is like trying to decide the right thing to do and very concerned with having something be fair. And I feel like there's this queenly energy around you. I think that you are worthy of deep respect and regard. And I wonder if that's part of this, that other people feel more, see you, or other people are able to feel your value more than you can feel it for yourself? Does that perhaps ring a bell? And then I just want to take a look at one other thing here. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, so now just moving forward from that part, but I'm wondering if Victoria, wherever you are in leadership, whether you might be as an employee or employer in a relationship or wherever you are in leadership, it's really important for you to hold the line. Just hold the line. Don't get influenced to change something that goes against your core values. Okay, Victoria? Your key is you don't need a key. You know, whatever the situation is that you're facing as you cross into 2026, you've thought it through. You know in your heart what is the best thing for you. So quit looking for a key, trust your intuition, and no compromises. Once those boundaries are in place, it's important that you honor them and you help other people honor them. Okay. Makes sense, Victoria? Very interesting. Makes me so curious. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on with Victoria? Anyway, I think that hopefully, yeah. And by the way, I am available for you can email me, you can message me and manifest faster, but emailing me, I would love to hear from you, particularly because these readings feel so particular. They're so insistent. And then I wonder, is that just my imagination or I'm with our okay, there you go. Okay, great. Well, I'm glad. Your Majesty. That's what I feel. So that's what you could call her. You could call her Your Majesty, Charlotte, and just think of her as that. She's very queenly and she deserves to be treated like a queen. Isn't that the truth? And you probably know more than anybody the times when people have just not done that. I mean, none of us get excuse me, none of us escape being treated rudely, right? It's how we react and how we respond that makes a difference for us. Okay, let me take a sip here. Anybody else would like a reading? I'm here reading tonight for keys. Like what key is are we missing? What is it that we need to know as we approach 2026? I will be back on Sunday morning. Tomorrow I will be taking off. You never know. Every now and then I'll just want to spontaneously pop on live. But I do readings here through Manifest Faster. You will be notified when I'm available for live readings. And every day, pretty much every day, I'm available that you could use the app and you can actually text or speak to me as you from when I'm available there, where it's just me and you in a private reading. And you'll find that information on Manifest Faster. And Renata sneaking in here under the flag before I quit tonight. Let's see. Yeah, I saw that you sent a request. I thought I saw it come through, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, wait, that's because I have the wrong. Yes, I did see it. There you are. Okay, perfect. Okay, so yes, let's pick our animals. Last time, what did we pick? Did we pick the coyote, right? And it turned out to be extremely helpful. So let's see what animal we have for tonight. So, did you get a chance to read the last chapter of your story, Renata? I when I do scripting for my clients, where we were talking before about living as if, how do you see yourself living as if your thing has happened? Like if you want to be married and you're not married now, well, how do you create a story that has you as a married person? Or if you want to travel or you want to move somewhere. So I write scripts for people and they're so fun for me. I mean, I love them. And I'm like, I hope my clients do too. But it's just that idea of opening our imagination because our imaginations is where your pain lives. If anybody has cheated on you or you've lost a situation or a person has passed away or whatever is your painful experience, whatever it is, your memories are alive in your imagination where you quote unquote see them and feel them. So getting some healing into our imagination and bring us back to ground zero, where we at least can believe in the source again, and we can believe in the power of love, and we can move forward gently and find the love we're looking for. But good, I'm glad you got it. So, what is our animal card, Miss Renata? Which spirit? What is it? Renata needs to know. Oh, I love this one. The koi fish. Koi fish spirit, there is always enough. Okay, so I love this message. There is always enough. Have you ever heard of the TV show named Ted Lasso? Did you watch Ted Lasso by chance, Renata? Because Ted Lasso teaches, he's a coach and he's so good coach, good show. And so he says, do you know what the happiest animal on the planet is? Do you know what the happiest animal on the planet? And the kid goes, no, what is it? He goes, it's a goldfish. Oh yeah. It's very good. It's on Apple TV and it's surprisingly entertaining and a study of humanity. I mean, it's about a soccer coach who's hired to coach, or excuse me, he's a football coach from the States, and he's hired to coach a soccer team in England. And just because the owner of the team wants to have a clueless coach, she does not want the soccer team to win. And so she hires Ted to go over there. And he's so lovable and he's such a good coach that what he teaches people is really, really special. So, anyway, what's the happiest fish in the world? And it's a goldfish because a goldfish only has a memory of 15 seconds. Think about that. Why would that make a happy life if your memory was only 15 seconds, right? Nothing would, you hurt feelings wouldn't exist. Hurt feelings last a lot longer than 15 seconds, right? So, Renata, I think this is just the perfect card for you today because, first of all, koi fish are considered lucky, right? And I wonder if you've ever dreamt of having your own koi fish pond. Is that something? I don't know. It's in my mind. But this is an orange goldfish looking fish. So for me, that's the point. Like when you look back at your life. Yes, absolutely. That when you are reminded of something in your past, and you've shared with me, there's been some situations around an ex of yours, and there's certain situations around work that have been frustrating, right? But they are in the past. It's so true. They're in the past. So even if somebody at work says something today that is uh, makes your hair stand on end. You know what I mean? You just get frustrated. Then, the minute that you recognize that, you have 15 seconds to stew about it. And then it's like, I'm going to be a goldfish. That's it. I am not going to let that person's behavior ruin my day, period. Right? Take control because that's the only thing we can do is control the direction of our thought. And also, the law of assumption. So when you have, let's say you have a repetitive situation, And at work, let's just take that as an example. You have a repetitive situation at work, one of your coworkers or a superior is a dismissive, or you just feel disconnected. Okay. Now, you don't know that that person doesn't treat every human that way. You don't know about that person. You don't live with them, you don't commute with them, you don't know anything about what could be causing their foul spirit, right? However, you can just trust they're going to be salty, right? They're not likely to turn into a compliment giver the next day. They're not likely. So, what you want to do is just remind yourself there's always enough. So, if you're not getting complimented by your work person, your thing is, I'm a goldfish. There's always enough praise. I just have to find it. You know, you get insulted by somebody in your family, and you're like, I'm going to be a goldfish. I will not let that person's comment bother me. Know I can connect with somebody who agrees with my politics later, right? So for you, that's your goal for 2026. That's the missing key is the 15-second memory. Okay, Renata? So regardless if it's about your ex, anything in your past, you just give yourself that 15 seconds. And also with Abraham Hicks, we learned they teach that 17 seconds is you can dwell on a thought for 17 seconds before another thought comes to join it. And then they start collecting within themselves. So let's take our person at work who's very dismissive. I hate how dismissive they are. They're so dismissive. No matter how hard I work, I get no recognition here. So you start saying thoughts around your main thought. Once you do that for a minute or so, you're going to keep collecting a huge vortex of really picky, ugly energy. It's just the way it works. On the same hand, if you start thinking positively, it works the other way too. Even though I don't find this person pleasant, thank God I don't live with them. Even though this person is dismissive, I don't have to let that ruin my day, right? So you take control, live like a goldfish, and dismiss anything 15 seconds or older. Okay, Renata, that's the perfect card for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, my friends, Mr. Murphy and I are going to take off. We're going to come to work on my day off. Oh, I'm sitting in my office alone. Oh, isn't that something? That's craziness. I love that I mean, I don't love that it's happening for you. And here it's so late on a Friday night, you have to be doing that. But it is kind of funny, though, to think about 15-second memory with this girl. Even though I don't know how, I'm choosing peace of mind right now. Even though I don't know how, I'm living like a goldfish now. Even though I'm so frustrated right now, I choose to believe Spirit has my. Now, the one thing, Renata, for sure that does work is to close your eyes and breathe. It's to regulate our emotional guidance, to regulate our reactions. When you exhale longer than you inhale, you automatically lower your vibe. You automatically calm down. So if you can close your eyes, breathe in to a count of 3, and then breathe out to a count of 5, you will physically calm yourself. Okay? One more. I'm glad you got to sneak in here for a reading in the midst of it, Renata. And I hope that you will have a good weekend, that you'll have a lot of fun, and you can escape from work. All right? Big hug, my friend. You are welcome. So, gals, guys, everybody's tuned in tonight. Thank you so much. I will see you on Sunday. And I'm going out to walk Murphy. We're going to go look at some Christmas lights tonight. And I appreciate you so much. Thank you for, oopsie, hang on for a second. Okay, Charlotte. Charlotte, I see. Are you still here, Charlotte? I is there something else, Charlotte? I just am seeing that you're here. Enjoy, be safe, Miss Catherine. Thank you for being here. Oh, to spend this all of this time with me, Cheryl. I really appreciate that. You guys, I just can't tell you how much confidence you help me with my readings and building my channel, building my influence here. Okay. Yeah, but could I please to know about love? So Charlotte, I will tell you that there right now I'm going to close off because typically I only do one word, one for per person, you know, so I don't want to overdo. But also there are other readings. I'm here a lot, and also you can take a peek at my menu of readings. And there is one that talks about being ready for love, and that might be a perfect reading for you. And the nice thing about the recorded readings is that you do get a chance to listen again and again. With the audio readings, I take a picture of the cards for you. And with the video readings, I actually take a video of myself doing the card, just like you're seeing here. And then, of course, giving you your energy tools so that you have practical tools to use at the end. Okay, guys, I will see you next time. I love you so much. Thank you. And have a wonderful evening.